Jai Gurudev. We'll start with the prayer while we wait for Percyji to join in, and we'll just run through these slides that we already did yesterday. ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. So I'm just going to share the slides. We can all read for ourselves, okay? Are we all able to read? The one thing he said here about the vrittis is not just like a wave. He said it's like a whirlpool. Percyji, I think you're here.
Yes, I'm there.
Yes,
Sure.
we were just going through. We said while waiting for you, we'll just run through the previous slides. So tell me which one you would want me to.
The same 17 what we stopped at yesterday,
Okay.
where that entire hierarchy chart was there, showing the different types of samadhis.
Okay.
I think that is in Hindi. Yeah. Yes. Sutra 17, we were to do yesterday, we stopped at 16.
Yeah.
Just have you chanted Om?
Yeah, we did the chanting, starting
Yes.
prayer is done.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll straight away go to the 17th Sutra. Vitarka, Vichara, Ananda, Asmita, Rupa, Anugmat, Sampragyanata. Samadhi with awareness can happen through logic, thoughts, bliss, or a sense of I am. This state of consciousness, which creates alertness, which is full of mindfulness, leads to what is called samadhi. What is samadhi? It occurs when there is equanimity in the intellect. There are 4 different types of samadhi: vitark, vichar, ananda, and asmita. These 4 types will lead you to awareness, where awareness is still there in you. Vitarka is specialized logic. Kutarka means wrong logic that we have done earlier in Gita also. Vitarka is specialized logic. Who am I? When you keep on asking this question, it finally leads you to infinity, to self-knowledge, is Vitarka. Then when Gurudev takes you to guided meditation, that is Vichara. All the hollow and empty processes that we do in the advanced course, that is Vichara. Ananda is when you are doing satsang and your eyes are closed, you're listening to the music and suddenly you get up and dance also. You are in a state of samadhi, where I explained yesterday also to you. That is having an experience. That is a ananda, a state of bliss that you feel. That is samadhi. And then the next sutra is Virama Pratyaya Abhyasa Purva. The mind comes to a state of rest by practice done earlier in this lifetime or in earlier lifetimes. And in this state, only residual impressions remain. This is another type of samadhi. And the 19th sutra says, Bhava Pratyaya Videha Prakriti Layanam. For those who are immersed in nature without a body, the world is the content of the mind. The whole world becomes the content. Bhava means the world. Pratyaya is the content of consciousness. Prakriti Laya means those who are completely submerged in nature. Then we come to the sutra number 20. This is now again very important. Shraddha, Virya, Smriti, Samadhi, Pragya, Purvaka, Itarasa, Resam. Itresam. Other ways to obtain samadhi are through faith, valor, memory of your origin, and awareness of previous experience of samadhi. So Bhava Pratyayi, then you have to follow the 5 steps as mentioned in Sutra 20. Shraddha in Gurudev's words, carrying out actions as per Gurudev's instructions. Say daily sadhana. Seva with full enthusiasm, virya, smriti, memory of his knowledge. Experiencing samadhi of any type, vitark, vichar, anand or asmita. Living life with discrimination of what is real is pragya purvak. So here that viveka that we talk about in the advanced course comes up, discrimination. And then we explain that here in this slide that you are seeing on Vitark Samadhi, that is concentrating on objects like a sunset, you will get 10 energy units. Muladhara Chakra, Vichar Samadhi is 100 units, that is on the Swadhisthana Chakra, 1000 units. I think there is another, okay, we'll stick to this right now. Or the other energy unit chart is also there, which is giving all this. Next slide. There is a figure, a diagram of a sitting body, and the chakras are there. Yes. Here it is showing you all the chakras which are there. And then it is showing at which state, in what samadhi you are. So if you are at Vichar Samadhi, then Swadhisthana Chakra will give you 1000 units at Manipur Chakra. Anand will come up, that is 10,000 energy units. Anha Chakra, you are childlike. Asmita is Vishuddhi and Agya Chakra. Energy units 1 lakh to 10 lakhs. At Asmita level, you require no objects, no thoughts, no happiness experience. You are just in blissful state. There may be 1 lakh things that can give you happiness and you would be drawn to them. But at lower level, your energy units are only 10. 1 lakh minus 10. But if you're at energy level 1 lakh units, then will you wander outside for happiness? That river chart which I showed you coming and merging with the ocean, if you're moving in spirituality and not going outside into the sansaric world, and so when you have these higher levels of energy, then whatever little is happening to you in the sansar, mithya jagat, will not disturb you. The moment you move outside, this is what I showed you. But if you are flowing with the current and going on doing samadhi of different types, the higher levels chakras which are obtained, if you have 1 lakh units there, then the smaller disturbances that are present in this sansaric world, they will not affect you at all. The mind will not get disturbed. Like I gave the example of somebody taking 100 rupees from me. But if I have 1 crore rupees, even if I have 10 lakhs rupees or even if I have 1 lakh rupees, I will not be bothered about that 100 rupees. If I had only 100 rupees, how much my mind would be disturbed. But see, as your energy levels go up, the disturbances from the worldly level are not there with you. Very little is there which can disturb you. And now the next one, again, we go back to that hierarchy chart. Tivra Samvegana Asana. Through intensity of practice, samadhi is expedited. And then it is of 3 types. It is explained here in the next sutra. What is this Tivra Savegam that we are talking about? There is one more chart where we have talked about, I think it is only from upper par. Then there is Tivra Savegam shown there. In one of those hierarchy charts, it is there. So this Tivra Savegam is also, if we come across that, we'll put that up again. Is of 3 types, mild, moderate, and intense. This Savegam, which is there. This Savek that they are talking about here, that how you can go from upper Vairagya to par Vairagya, from Savikalp Samadhi to Nirvikalp Samadhi. So the link, the bridge between the two is Savek and Ishwar Pranidhan. Ishwar Pranidhan is the devotion, the surrenderment that you're there in the divine. And Savek, now I'm explaining to you, this is very important. You should remember it. Savek means utsav, umang ki tarang. But normally this kind of enthusiasm that you get is during shopping, planning for foreign vacations. But when this enthusiasm is for the right path, see, in Bombay, we used to remember that previously Bangalore was not an international airport. Bombay was the only international airport. And for going to abroad, Gurudev had to come and we used to go visiting him at 2:30 in the night. That enthusiasm that is there to go and take his darshan at 2:30 in the night, that is awake. I hope you understand this. And in Savek, what happens? Maza aata hai. You know, you enjoy it, but like say in your college days, maybe you go to a beer bar, or now what you have in today's times is hookah bars are there. That gives you pleasure. But see, when you're going to meet Gurudev at the airport, that pleasure is what pleasure I'm talking about. Not this pleasure. Don't mistake it. A pleasure means watching a movie or going to a beer bar. No, no way. That is not Savek. Savek is when you are full of enthusiasm to go and see Gurudev at 2:30 in the night. Labh hota hai. Even in shopping, all the shops in the malls, they tell you Diwali is near. 2 saris, 1 sari free. And all the ladies want to go and do the shopping because they're getting that sari free. So labh hota hai. That is not the labh that we are talking about. And then third is Suraksha. Even when there is earthquake, you'll go deep into a shelter in the basement and hide there. So maza, labh, suraksha, like in satsang. When you go to satsang in Bangalore ashram and attend satsang in his presence, that kind of maza, that kind of labh and the suraksha that you feel, protection that you feel in his presence, that is what I'm talking about. That is Savek. And this Tivra Savek, along with Ishwar Pranidhan, surrendering to the divine, that takes you to Nirvikalp or Nirbij Samadhi that we talked about even yesterday. So this was one that was very important. So we have seen that in yoga, what is yoga? Abhyas and Vairagya. Vairagya comes, Abhyas, we saw the 8 limbs of yoga and how the first 5 are one part of it. And the last 3 are what is called as Sayam. And when you did Sayam, you realized how that Dharana, Dhyana and Samadhi was reached. That was one part of it. So Abhyas and Vairagya we did in this. And then when we talked about, again we come back to Sutra number 2, where we talked about Yoga Chit Vritta Nirodha. From Chit to oneness through yoga. The pathway, as I said, that hierarchical chart that I showed just now also, just a little while ago, the full pathway is shown as to how from individual consciousness you can reach the state of samadhi and then feel oneness with everything. You become one with individual consciousness. See, a person like Gurudev, when he reaches Agya Chakra, from there he taps into universal consciousness directly. He does not go to the Sahasrara. And then after that infinite consciousness is there, where there are billions and trillions of crores of energy units. And from there he taps in, and through the Sahasrara he comes back into the Agya Chakra because he wants to be in our midst in this world to do good for the people here. He says, the purpose of my life is to bring a smile on each and everyone's face. I cannot rest till I achieve that goal. That is what he says. When so many times when we ask him, when will you rest? So he enters back and comes to his Agya Chakra only for us. Only for us. And they say the gravitational pull of the earth is there, na? So when he puts his hand on your head, uh, that is where the energy is pulled down. It moves downwards, isn't it? And if you see even Guru Paduka Shrotam that is written, earlier the gurus would walk barefoot throughout on their journey. And Guru Paduka had a very this thing because through the gravitational pull of the earth, the energy is pulled down to the feet. And that is why you touch the feet of the master. And this oneness that we talk about, we have to go from chit to oneness through yoga. Just as a child does something wrong and we don't get angry, same way when someone else makes mistakes, it does not shake you from within. You don't get angry. Because with the others also, we feel that belongingness, that is oneness. The way is through the path of yoga, abhyas, yam, niyam, asan, pranayam, pratyahar, vairagya, upper and par. Upper is through vitark, vichar, anand, asmita. I am nothing. The I dissolves. See how your Vyaktitva keeps you thinking, how will my meeting go tomorrow? Will the food be cooked properly? From all this, you stand detached. In Asmita Samadhi, you are devoid of all thoughts. No load on your mind. You feel I am so light. Then in Vairagya, you go into Nirvikalp Samadhi. I am everything. Maybe you feel I am God too. Here in this state, you don't need to express forgiveness, gratitude. You don't need to pray to different gods, but all the gods accept you. Within 6 months of going into Nirvikal Samadhi, you get all the virtues of gratitude, acceptance, forgiveness, etc. So finally, you become a bundle of virtues. See, that is why Patanjali, before going to Patanjali, when we were doing TTC phase 1, I clearly remember that we had to do Astavakra Gita. Twice we should have seen the 33 CDs which were there, and we had to do Narad Bhakti Sutras. And Astavakra Gita, if you remember, the first chapter itself had the 5 principles where they talked about Shama, compassion, contentment, forgiveness, compassion, contentment, sattva, truth, and prem, love. All this was given as the first 5 principles in the first chapter of Astavakra. Now you see why sacred, it is kept it is kept secret, the sacred knowledge. Because if you were not to do Astavakra Gita and you were to come straight to Patanjali Yoga Sutras, see how the rishis used to curse people. Like yesterday we discussed about even Gandhari could uh, put a curse on Krishna, that your whole Yadav dynasty will be destroyed. That could happen. So you need to have all this, way of progressing from one spiritual knowledge and going higher and higher into the higher knowledge sutras. So you cannot directly go into Patanjali. That is why Gurudev also said that in our times it was 8 courses of advanced courses that you had to do, 8 advanced courses before you could come into Sayyam. He's so compassionate, now he's made it only 2 advanced courses. I don't know whether the knowledge given of Vivek, Vairagya, the 4 pillars of knowledge, all that, whether people would be able to imbibe into advanced courses. I really don't know. At least I could not imbibe all that knowledge in 2 advanced courses. It took me quite a while to get into all the knowledge that Gurudev gave in the advanced course. Go back to it. If there are any written notes on advanced course, go back to that also. It is very important. Then what we talked about, Tivra, Samveg and Ishwar Pranidhan, by devotion to Ishwar. Ishvara is that special Purusha untouched by misery, the results of actions or desires, क्लेश, कर्म, विपक, आशय इन चारों के संबंध से रहित है. जो समस्त पुरुष से उत्तम है वो ईश्वर है. In that Ishwar is contained that seed of all knowledge. This is Sutra 25. Tatra Niratishyan Sarvagya Bijam. Then Sutra 26 says, Sa Purvesham Api Guru Kalenan. I don't know. I'm really struggling with all this sutras.
Shall I chant
Yes,
percyji?
yes, please chant Sutra 26.
Saha एषः पूर्वेषामपि गुरुः कालेन कालेनानवच्छेदात्.
That lordship is the guru for those who came before too, as it is unobstructed by time. He is the teacher of even the ancient teachers, being not limited by time. See, if once Arjun, we were doing in Bhagavad Gita, he questioned Krishna, how could you have taught all the, they came in previous generations, and how could you have taught them too? And he says, you don't remember your past births, but I do remember, I had taught them too. So now we have Tivra Savek, where we have enthusiasm, love, and security. Then we introspect. One who does introspection, only he can understand the true nature of God. If you do not understand your own minuscule presence, how will you understand the infinite? One who wants to experience samadhi has to have dispassion. To have dispassion, you need to have savek. Along with body and mind, he now introspects and is deserving to understand Ishwar. He is eligible. So meditate, with your wholeheartedly, you put everything into your meditation. Ishwar Pranidhan. How without klesh, afflictions, misery, actions, results, karma fal rahit, intentions, desires, that is nature of Purush, Ishwar. This is God's nature. Tatra nirachayam sarvagyat bijam. Tatra उस ईश्वर में निरक्ष्यम अतुल्य unexplainable अतिशय सर्वज्ञ बीजम from this ईश्वर एक एक कण आया है that too in every cell all knowledge the seeds of knowledge are there that unlimited knowledge is called God सपूर्वशेम प्राचीन से भी प्राचीन काल से पार ancient. He is Guru of Gurus, one teacher who is not limited by time and place, and that one teacher or infinite knowledge without beginning or end is called God. Yesterday we talked about the Tarak Guru also. One, the Sadguru, is a bundle of virtues, love, kindness, forgiveness, gratitude, liberation can be felt in his presence. Even if you sleep in satsang, he is untouched by your action, no reaction. He just laughs it off. Have you seen Gurudev? He once one devotee who where he has people in his midst who move around with him, and those who cannot quickly pick up by his action or something that he's saying something to them. He named them Bhumi because Bhumi is heavy and gave some name starting with Bhumi. And it was a big joke, like, why did he name him that? And then he mentioned that because he's so heavy, he's dull in the head. So even if you sleep in satsang, he is untouched by your action, no reaction. Go after such a guru who has this virtue. Then there was
Percyji, Jai
yes,
Gurudev. I didn't understand the heaviness or something like that. Can you Explain
Uh,
it.
dull in the head, dull in the head. Like he would name somebody Bhumi or Prithvi as we call it because Prithvi is heavy, no? So just because somebody who's close to him in his inner circle, where they are moving with him, there are people who are carrying that basket and all, and somebody gives flowers, he puts it there. Somebody gives letters, he puts it there. Somebody gives gifts, some sweetmeat box, he'll all put it there. There are people who are moving around with him. So if somebody does not get his message, he just makes eye contact that come and take this. It's heavy like. And he has to move to the next person pretty fast. And if that person doesn't, then at one point of time, there was somebody who was repeatedly not being able to understand. Like during uh, Navratri, he is in mourn for a few days, isn't it? And at that time, there was Swami Sadhyo Jata. And, just by looking at a plant, Swami Sadhyo Jata would understand that Gurudev is saying that this plant is not watered. That is the level of awareness that is there. And then somebody not having awareness, that is that dullness in that person. And he would name him, he would give him a name. Like, see,
Oh. Yeah, I got it now. Prithvi.
uh, yeah,
Jada.
once while, uh, if you know, we have two branches. One is this, what is this, Veda boys and all that, they come under another part of Art of Living, which
Agama.
was, and they were handled by Alka Inamdar. She was in charge of that whole body, uh, all India wise. And her name actually was Alpa. So once, twice in the car, she was sitting behind and Gurudev said, Alka, Alka. And then first two times she didn't say anything. Third time she said, Gurudev, but my name is Alpa, no? It is, you are calling me Alka. So saying, yes, I am calling you Alka because you are Alka. You have come to do big things. Alka means big. Alp means, that small apostrophe that you put, a comma that you put. Alp, that is comma. It's small. No, you have come to do big things. So he named her Alka. And her whole name, he changed her name. So she has come here for doing big things. That big seva was. You understand? This is how Gurudev gives names also.
So good.
Behind.
Really, very understandable. So
Now you
nice.
understood that. Then we come to Sutra 27. Tasya Vachak Pranav. Really, we have to thank these rishis, saints, gurus who gave us such simple formulas. We don't have to rediscover force is equal to mass into acceleration. This is the science of Om that we are going to take up. Patanjali Yoga Sutras has been linked with the Big Bang theory that was there, that there was only darkness and all that. And then wherever we got this formulas from there, like force is equal to mass into acceleration, from there we can just move forward and go more and more into it. Many a time, Gurudev has said spirituality begins where science ends, or we can use this knowledge to simplify our lives. So now the first formula is symbol formula, and second is sound formula. Now in this, if you see, in the sound formula, how to experience Ishwar, there are two formulas, symbol and sound. Tasa va, Ishwar, vacha symbol. And that symbol is pranava. Now what is pranava? Praram, beginning. Na, raksha, maintenance, sustenance. Va, vinash, destruction. relating to Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. So the symbol formula is referred to in Sutra 27 and sound in Sutra 28. We can gesture and ask someone to come to us, or we can call out to him, come here. So you can call a person by name, or you can just gesture with your hand to somebody that come here when he's looking at you. So the symbol here is pranav and the sound is om, chanting, om chanting. Tad japa tadarth bhavanam. The repetition of om, the meaning of om and meditating on om makes you experience Ishwar and understand his virtues, which then we can achieve. Ishwar ke gun. They rub onto us. And this I have seen. Gurudev works tirelessly. Even at 11:30 in the night, he walks at a running speed. How that energy comes, I've explained to you. So in the first, we saw that what was there before the birth of the universe, there was darkness and only darkness. The Big Bang slide that we saw earlier. And now we were there even when there was darkness. Only what was missing there was this wonderful satsang. Absence of satsang was the reason for complete darkness. That is why Pranav is explained here. There was complete darkness at one point. There was a big bang. We know that because of the bang, what expanded by the nature of gravity, it has to contract. Here, everything will be merged into oneness. The circle is depicting the big bang. Now, what you see here. Before the bang, there was no light, no sound. Yes.
Excuse me, Percyji. Can you explain one more time that Pranav, you said something about Brahma, Vishnu, or
Oh, that whole thing that we broke it up into the symbol
Oh.
pranav, that it is explained here in this slide. Pranav means what? The praram. Pra means praram, the beginning. In Hindi, it is in Hindi, pra means praram. Praram means beginning. Na means raksha, maintenance, sustenance. And va means vinash, destruction. Relating to Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. So the symbol formula is referred to in Sutra 27.
Oh, Sutra 27. Okay, got it. Thank you.
So coming back to this slide again, the circle is depicting the Big Bang. The first slide, the earlier slide, yeah. Before the bang, there was no light, no sound, there was no space, and there was no time. Time will come only when there are two. For space two, you need two. The space between you and I. So when everything was one, there was no space, no time, no sound, no light. But when the Big Bang took place, creation happened. The first curve, that is showing creation. The outer circumference is the Big Bang. The second curve depicts Raksha. The second slide. Sustenance. That is shown in the second curve. The third curve shows dissolution. Next slide. All these curves are part of one whole, Purnata. So the three curves, we call them Ishwar. And even this oneness, we call Ishwar. And between this oneness, Ekta, Advait is a veil, we call Maya, veil of ignorance. So now we understand the symbol Om. Om means Ishwar, and that includes entire process of Big Bang, entire process of creation, sustenance, dissolution, entire process of oneness, and entire process of Maya. There is one more slide showing Maya. See, here you see what is labeled as 6. The dot on top is oneness. How Om is made. When you lift the veil of ignorance, you reach oneness. The whole. Now let's analyze Big Bang. Big Bang was made from energy. Energy was made from what? String. The string theory that is there in quantum physics. String was made from love. Therefore, they say in the Bible it is said God is love. The string is made from compassion. So they say God is compassion. The string is made from truth. So they say God is truth. All these virtues, that is, all the strings are made from the same frequency. They are the virtues of God. So Patanjali is telling us not to have blind beliefs. Through Sutra 27, he explained the manifestation of the entire universe through the symbol Om. Next, he gave the sound formula in Sutra 28. Gurudev has explained to us that Om is made from A, U, and Ma. 2/3 on A, 1/3 on Ma. All this when we are teaching Om in the Part 1 course. I don't know whether the slide is there on this. Navel and below is A sound. Sound raises the energy in units in the three lower chakras. The energy units have to be as per their optimum level only. Where 100 units are required, you can't have 1,000 units. That will cause imbalance. That is why Gurudev has many times spoken, that don't go for spiritual shopping. All this Kundalini Jagriti that people do, and suddenly then after that they go mad. U sound is from Anahat to Vishuddhi Chakra. And the Dhwani works from throat to top of the head. Only a Satguru can tell you how to chant Om. How Gurudev has told us 2/3 U and 1/3 Ma. When you chant along with your Guru Om, you feel your energy rising and you achieve the virtues of your Guru. Then you feel free, liberated. That is when all your energy points have the desired energy. We did, again we showed the diagram in which we showed all the energy units which are there. So it's like a 220-watt bulb. It will work when the electricity supply is of 220 watts. If you give more than that, it will blow up. This is what Guruji is talking about when he says, don't go spiritually shopping. Suddenly through the Mooladhara, if somebody wakes up your energy and shoots it through your head, it will be a big jolt. And just like the bulb would blow, your mind will be blown. And then there are so many times he has labeled people blue star. I don't know whether you are aware of it. It is a terminology we use for people who have lost their minds. They are called blue stars. So many people lose their minds by doing spiritual shopping. Knowing Ishwar means getting into samadhi. That happens when you wake the virtues, when you do the virtues wake up, when you have tivras awake, extremely energetic. And in that savvegik chit, you feel the presence of Ishwar. First savvek, then Ishwar ka swarup. And the way to that is understanding symbol Om and chanting Om. When you learn to chant Om through a Sadguru in every individual consciousness, then all your obstacles disappear. You dissolve your ego. Then the Sutra 29, Tatha Pratyak Chetna Adhigamo Vyantara Abhavascha. From that arises the knowledge of individual consciousness and the absence of obstacles, Antarya. What are the obstacles? Mental and physical are covered in Sutra 30. This again we did in Sayyam 1. Vyadhi, Sthanya, Sanchaya, Pramada, Alasya, Avirati, Bhranti Darshan, Alabd, Bhumik Tattva, Anavasthit Vani. Obstacles are those which scatter the mind. We have a slide on yeah. 9 prakar ki bada hai. So what are they? Vyadhi, disease, Sthanya, procrastination, Samshaya, doubt, Pramada, negligence, Alasya, laziness, Alab, Bhumik Tattva, inability to gain grounding, Anavasthita, unsteadiness. Vyadhi is physical disease, Adi is stress, Upadhi is problems. When you rise above these three, you reach Samadhi.
Can you just repeat that one more time, Percyji?
Vyadhi is physical disease. Adi is stress. AADHI. Upadhi is problems. When you rise above these three, you reach Samadhi. Avirati, sensuality, weakness of excessive indulgence in sense of taste, touch, etc. Now, there again, it is explained that elephant is sensitive. He has a weakness to touch. Deer is attracted to hearing music. Fish is to taste of food. Patanga, you know those who hover around a flame and they die in it also. They get burned. Butterfly to fragrance. Animals are trapped because of one weakness only. We have moha for all the senses. Bhranti darshan is false perception, delusion. Every chaiwala cannot become a prime minister. So if you're a chaiwala and you think you can also become prime minister, that is Bhranti darshan. You remain where you are okay. Alab bhumik tattva, missing the point. Inability to gain grounding. You come to ashram for peace, but little challenge and you start fighting. I did so much seva, but I did not get a place to sit in the front row where I could see Gurudev. So many times this happens. People are jostling for face. They come and sit hours in advance in the satsang just to get the place there in the front row. Anavasthit Vani, inability to stay in a higher plane. Backsliding. In advanced course, Gurudev says, na, 10 कदम आगे जाओगे, 8 कदम पीछे जाओगे, लेकिन 10 से 10 कदम पीछे कभी नहीं जा पाओगे. Some amount of progress you will still maintain. So you do sadhana, you meditate, you show yourself to be peaceful. But something happens in the ashram and you have a big blast of anger. That is not being able to stay on that higher plane. Whatever energy you got, whatever progress you made, you backslide it down again because you showed anger. Your devotion, faith has seen a decline for your inability to stay on a higher plane. And these 9 obstacles, when they come to you, the 4 others will follow. There's another slide. That is dukh, nirasha, angam me jayate, swas prashwas vikshep. Dukh is despondency, sorrow. Nirasha is despair. Angam me jayate is restlessness. And sas prashwas vikshep is wrong, agitated breathing pattern. Then again, what is the remedy to that? Is the number of breath cycles you take per minute. You see, there is a way of doing it. Maybe doctors know it, that how many breaths you take in a minute. If you are taking 15 breaths, that is long deep breaths, it is favorable for sadhana. Between 15 to 25, mental agitation is there to a certain degree. Then more than 25, that furious, in your fury, you are breathing very furious, in full fury, fast, very fast. Then there is mental agitation plus physical ailments. So all this, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, all this now, you see how important it is to calm your mind down. Everything that Gurudev has given us in our sadhana is so important, so important. Then when you are doing sadhana, you are breathing in a particular manner. Then we are doing meditation also. You are preparing your body and then repairing it also. And then there are char bhavanas which come up for you. This, those who have done Sayama course, they will know this. Maitri Bhav that is coming. All the people who are happy will have Maitri Bhav. Then there is Karuna Bhav, Mudita. And then Gurudev had explained it in the Shyam course that be friendly to people who are happy. Have compassion for people who are sad and diseased. Then Mudita Bhav is feel happy. Don't be jealous about people who are doing meritorious work, who are doing wonderful seva. Don't be jealous about them. Be happy that they are doing. Learn from them. And the Upeksha Bhav, I think this we did even in Bhagavad Gita. Ignore people, educate and ignore people. Tat Pratish Khartam Ek Tattva Abhyas. The only way to overcome these 9 obstacles is through focused practice on attaining that one truth. Then Maitri, Karuna, Muddit, Upeksha, Anusukha, Dukha, Punya, Vishayanan, Bhavanat, Chit, Prasadanam. Friendship, compassion, happy, indifference being thought of in regard to subjects, happy, unhappy, good and evil, respectively, pacify the chit. Those who have done Sanyam will realize the importance of this formula given by Patanjali to overcome disturbance caused by the 9 obstacles to Abhyas. Here he does not talk of Yam Niyam, but he is talking about Maitri, Karuna, Mudita. Do you see, in Abhyas also, you are now graduating to a higher level. Maitri, be friendly with happy people, be like them. Don't think ill of them. Have compassion for unhappy people. Don't feel sad at their sorrow. Many ladies cry in a movie. How can you uplift them? Getting totally involved in the movie, they start crying also. Be happy for people doing meritorious service. Don't be jealous of them. Appreciate them. Ignore those who are doing evil things. No criticism. Putin is dictator, all that, no, don't do that. In advanced course, we do a process, praise your partner, praise self. Patanjali has laid down the formula to create a strong base. These 4 virtues will allow you to know your attitude in life, your prakriti. Whether you are Kriya Pradhan, whether you are Karma Pradhan, whether you are Bhakti Pradhan, whether you are Gyan Pradhan or Dhyan Pradhan. Then what I want to share here is, there was a question asked to Gurudev. Guruji, I know the world through the mind, intellect, memory, ego, etc. But only after leaving the 6 levels can I know my true self. So my question is, when we leave the 6 levels, how do we establish ourselves in the 7th level? And then Gurudev answered this. We don't have to leave the 6 levels. We cannot leave the body, mind, intellect. We have to be with this and know the self. The body, mind, memory, intellect, memory, ego is there, and let it be there. Start meditating and relaxing for a few minutes every day before starting your work and after your work. We say na, do Sahaj twice a day, especially Sahaj teachers should follow that. So when you meditate and your mind becomes quiet, that peaceful mind is the house of God. That is why you cannot know God, but you can be one with God. You are feeling peaceful, you are feeling happy, going deeper and deeper. In this, you will start to experience that I am everybody. It is all only me. Now, the 4 virtues that we talked about, Prakriti, the attitude in you, there are 5 types of which one is predominant in you. The first is Kriya Pradhan Prakriti. While breathing, your chakras will catch the inner world very fast. Antrik Jagat, which we call. For some, even after practicing Kriya for 5 years, they are not able to have a grasp over their chakras. They do not understand the rhythm of the breath. They do not understand their inner world. The Antrik Anubhav or Samvedna, their sensations. Karma Pradhan, they need to do some seva or the other. Even that, this is a mark to some samadhi. Bhakti Pradhan, they like to worship only. But how to do bhakti, we will cover a little later. Gyan Pradhan, of course, in Bhagavad Gita, we have already covered bhakti. Gyan Pradhan, they are only interested in shastras, satsang. Patanjali says even they can reach samadhi. Dhyan Pradhan, Sakshi Bhav, say Swas ko dekhna. He is witness to his breath. He is doing nothing. Even he will reach samadhi. Following these five prakritis, knowing which one is predominant in you and doing abhyas of it leads you to samadhi. Sutra 34 is for Kriya Pradhan people. One who controls his pranas, he is Kriya Pradhan. And that leads him to experience samadhi, Atma, oneness, and reaches Anandmay Sthiti. The Sutra 34 says, Prachar, Danavi, Dharna Abhyam, va Pranasya. So the control, inhalation, and exhalations of one's prana, life breath, ko baramvar dekhna. This is for Kriya Pradhan Jeev. They are those who control breath, understand the chakra sensations. They can experience sometimes music, light, not imaginative. They really feel that. Stability and unstability of mind depends on only two reasons: prana and your breath, life force energy, and the vasana, inherent tendencies, the samskaras that we call. Prana at gross level is breath, but at subtle level it is energy moving in your body. Either the control the breath or control the sanskars. See, many times Gurudev says na, that by logic, cannot win over your mind. It takes a very, very long time to do that. And you really need to be very intelligent. So how to win over your mind, how to get it from sorrow into happiness is by watching your breath, taking long, deep breaths. Then there are some slides on the breath that I have shown with figures. See, this is where I have tried to show Ida, Pingla, and the Sushumna Nadi. And here I just want to, I'm sorry, since the last 2 days I've been forgetting to thank all the people who have made these slides. I'm very sorry, I forgot to thank all of you. All the English slides which are made by Sumaji from Australia. The Hindi slides were made here by a lot of my volunteers. Many have contributed to it, so I won't name them. But I thank all of them. I have just sent, I've taken photographs of the drawings that I did. And then Sumaji has made these wonderful slides in English for us. And they are looking so beautiful, all the slides that she has made for us. All this decor also, surrounding decor that she has given to each slide, the pink colored and all that, everything she has done. It's not my doing at all. All the slides are prepared by her. It was all rough notes, that diagrams that I transferred to her, and she has made all this. So I thank her profusely for what she has done. I'm really sorry that in the last 2 days, the first thing I should have done was thank these people who have made these wonderful slides. It has made us, it's so easy for all of us to understand all this. Especially that hierarchy chart that is there, which we use in our management courses, that has come in so useful here. I wish somebody could make it for me in English also. It is really very wonderful. Though Sumaji has done a wonderful job in making it in English, but if it were to be made in this hierarchy chart format where everything is there, the entire Abhyas and Vairagya is present in the slide, it would be wonderful for explaining it. Somehow, my volunteers have also struggled to make it. It has not come out correctly, so I did not use those slides. So here it is explained how the breath moves. So Sutra 34 talks about Prachara Dana Vidharana Bhyam Va Pranasya. Through the control, exhalation, and holding, this leads you to experience samadhi. The work on the breath. Breath in its subtle form is energy. Now let's study this energy in the chakras a little in detail. This is the slide showing a man is sitting with his back to you. The spine is depicted. What is depicted is the left and right channel, and the middle is the central channel. Ida, Pingla, and Sushumna. Now, when we breathe before meditation, we take normal breath in, then long deep breath in. Normally, we watch our stomach moving during long deep breath. Listen carefully. When breath enters through your nose, your energy travels upwards through your Ida. The right side, that is Ida, the left side is Ida, the right side is Pingla. Now we talk of Prachardana, Bahari Kumbhak. Kumbhak is holding the breath, breathing out and holding the breath out of the body. When prana travels upwards and we hold the breath, energy accumulates in the medulla oblongata. That is in the Vishuddhi chakra. Showers happen here. These showers of energy energizes our chakras lower down. When we breathe out, energy flows downwards and strengthens the Muladhara chakra. So the inner kumbhak strengthens medulla oblongata and outer kumbhak strengthens the Muladhara chakra. Kumbhak is holding the breath. Purak is inhalation. Rechak is exhalation. Patanjali is talking of Prachardan, that is Bahari Kumbhak, here making Muladhara chakra stronger. This will release all fear from you. At the Muladhara is the base chakra is where all the negative emotions are situated. And secondly, you will be grounded. Grounded in mind, body, and thoughts. When there is so much stillness, then whatever is thoughts, intentions manifest. Apply lock to strengthen Muladhara. How much energy Muladhara requires is 10 energy units. Not more, not less. Otherwise, imbalance will happen. You may go mad. When Muladhara gets 10 energy units.
Percyji, one quick
Yeah.
question. And the picture is red and blue just to tell you it's left and right, or is it any significant?
Yes. No. It is just a way of depicting that.
Okay. And then the thing is going down and then coming up. That's the way the air circulates.
Yes,
the air
circulates. Yes.
Okay. So my question is, in the Nadi Suddhi, that you close the nostril on the right side and you blow the left nostril first, right? You blow it out and then inhale through the left nostril?
Yes, that is the way we start that.
Okay.
Nadisodan.
Okay.
Now, when you go to Sanyam, there will be another higher level of Nadisodan also taught to you. Bogus pranayam will be taught to you. All those who have done Sanyam 1 will know that. And that is so profound, like when you are holding the breath after breathing out forcefully, and then you're applying, like in the advanced course, you're applying the lock, the Innes lock. That happens automatically in bogus pranayam.
Oh, that's what they call Moolapant. I see. Okay,
That is
got
so phenomenal how that energy, that base chakra is getting energized and how that energy then moves upwards. Getting the whole, this thing is with higher levels of energies that you reach, you finally touch base with universal consciousness. So individual consciousness, the chitta, the jivatma to Paramatma, universal consciousness. Ishwar.
Okay. So that's the reason you do this type of pranayama.
Yes.
Okay.
So all this pranayam that we are doing, the 3-stage pranayam, the Bhastrika pranayam, everything has
can't
got...
hear you, Dr. Brahmaras. Your voice is very low.
Whose voice? My voice?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm talking at a very loud tone.
No. It's okay. It's okay, Percyji.
It's perfectly okay. It's perfectly okay. Perfectly okay.
Okay. So then what we are here, we are talking about the, all the chakras are getting proper energy at the number of units required, not more, not less. Otherwise, they cause imbalance, and you might become a blue star or mentally disturbed person. So, in this systematic way, when you practice your breathing, breathe in 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4, all this when you're doing every day, the energy is moving higher and higher through your chakras. Do we have time? Can I take you through this small meditation over here?
Yes. Of course, we have time. We just have to close just before
Yeah.
7. Because that is when we have our morning report in the hospital. We use the same Zoom link.
Uh-huh.
So no problem. We have another 45 minutes.
Okay. So I will just take you through this small little breathing technique where I will just make you observe. So close your eyes, all of you, just close your eyes. Take a long, deep breath in. As you breathe in, feel the energy in the spine moving upwards. Breathe out, energy is moving downwards. As you breathe in, energy is moving upwards. Observe the sensations in the medulla oblongata, the throat chakra. Breathe out, hold the breath. Observe the sensations on the Muladhara chakra, the base chakra. Breathe in again, hold the breath. Breathe out, hold the breath. When you're holding the breath, energy accumulates in Muladhara. Breathe in once again. Feel the energy flowing up the spine. Hold the breath. Breathe out. Feel the energy moving down to Muladhara. Once again, breathe in. And now do it on your own for a few times. Breathe in. Hold your breath. Breathe out. Hold your breath. And apply the inner law. Make the Muladhara energize. Once again, breathe in. Normal breath in. Feel the vibrations in your spine. Feel it get activated. Breathe in. Energy up. Hold. Exhale. Energy down. Hold. Take your attention to your Muladhara chakra. Observe the sensations there. Now take your attention to between your eyebrows, Agya chakra. Focus on your forehead. Breathe out and hold your breath. Keep focusing on the Agya chakra. Now feel the sensations in the spine. Breathe in. Observe the energy ascending in your spine. Energy moves downwards as you breathe out. Observe the sensations in your body. The stillness in the body. Relax the body. Let go of all effort. Become aware of your body and surroundings. Om Shanti. 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 Hari Om. Slowly and gradually, taking your own time, you may open your eyes with a smile on your face. How was it? Could you
Fantastic.
feel the energy, moment of energy?
It was really beautiful. Yeah.
Hmm. So this you become, see, during breath, when we are breathing in 3 stages pranayam, we are not watching our breath. We are our thoughts of the world, worldly matters, situations, what is happening in our life, that crops up for us. Just like when we are driving, when we are thinking, maybe it is okay to do that. But during this, we really need to honor and respect. With a lot of reverence, we need to do our sadhana. It is the most important thing, according to me, that we are doing in our life. Everything else is secondary. Whatever else you are doing is just for survival in this world, in this mithya jagat. So if we are not able to honor and respect this, how will the disturbances die down? So now onwards, whenever you are doing your sadhana, do it with so much of honor. Bring back that wavering mind. Bring it back. Bring it back to your breath. Observe what is happening within your body. It is so important that you do this. Every single day do it. Then you will feel that, I don't know, my palms, they vibrate with so much of energy. In Sayyam, what they call that angelic touch from within. Divya Sparsha. I feel that vibrations in my hands completely after feeling sadhana, after doing the kriya. Especially long kriya when you do in the follow-up, there is so much of vibrations in the hands that I feel. And that will happen when you learn to do with full reverence. See, this is one thing that Gurudev has given us, which puts us apart from all the rest of the people who are undergoing so much of stress today. This is one thing that you need to do daily, and not just do daily, but with a lot of reverence. No matter how much I emphasize on this point, I feel it is not enough. Really, I'm telling you, don't let your mind wander. This is the most important thing in life. We do it with honor and reverence. We respect the master for giving it to us. What has he created for us, this wonderful Sudarshan Kriya? And they are saying by this mark of doing Sudarshan Kriya, Nadi Sodhan, etc., and when you apply the locks in the advanced course, etc., they help you to remove all the vasanas. Vasanas are the samskars, the impressions. So you know what we talked about, chitta vritti. Vrittis are that sattva, tamas, rajas. How when each gun is predominant and the others are also present, then the mind gets disturbed according to their which gun is predominant. We already did it. And we said along with the guns are the impressions that you carried from past lifetimes also, some scars that you carried. And that are being erased when you're doing all this. Can you imagine the importance of doing Sudarshan Kriya? How your mind will stop being agitated? Don't you want to have this love and compassion, that feeling of oneness with everybody? Don't you want it to become natural to you to have healthy relationships in your office, in your family life, everywhere that you are connected with people? Life will become so beautiful after that. Your whole objective shifts from you, that I-ness disappears. You want to heal people. You want to make them better. You want to help them to get rid of the stress and tension. All the anxiety prone people, you want them to do away with their anxiety. So important. All this we can achieve through our Kriya. Then 35 Sutra says, Vishayavati va pravritti rupana manasa sthiti bandhane. The states of mind are also steadied by sensations caused by one's own intrinsic nature. Those whose rajas is predominant, such persons should make their minds concentrate on any one subject, say karma, like bring an idol of a deity, make place for it, pray to it, bhog chada, make it sleep, bathe it, change its clothes. One of 1,000 would be Kriya Pradhan. Rest would make a guru, and he would make you Kriya Pradhan. Guru has that power, that Shakti. Those who really understand Kriya are rare in life. How many people on this globe and how many people have done Sudarshan Kriya? So first is Kriya Pradhan, then second is Karma Pradhan. They have to do something. Vishayavati. They will do as you tell them, worshipping deity, dress, feed the idol, etc. That is Karma Pradhan. Then this sutra is again important. Sutra 36. Vishovaka va Jyotishmati. Jyotishmati is again touched upon in the Sanyam course by the meditation on the effulgent one, which is beyond all sorrow, Bhakti Marg. This is where, you can, we have this idols of Mahavir or Buddha. So see how their mind was illumined, their aura around them. So even if you close your eyes and you think about such an enlightened master, like say Sadguru, our master, Gurudev, you just close your eyes and think about him and meditate on him. Any Sadguru that you, whether it is Buddha or Mahavir or anybody that you think of. Only one problem is there, that when you think of God in this fashion, in this Bhakti Marg, they are all the artist depiction. All the paintings that we have of Krishna or Rama, all these are artistic depictions. Nobody knows what they really look like. So again, in Ekagrata, in focusing on the right object, we covered that in the earlier sutras, is very important. When you come to Vibhuti-pada, again, they will talk about that concentration on the right object is so important. And this Gurudev is covered in Sanyam 1. Gurudev is definitely covered in Sanyam 1. When he tells you to focus on the half sun with the rays moving upwards, all that he has covered in Sanyam 1. So right object he has given you. How you move your energy through the energy chakras also he has given you. What mantras you need to chant, which are covered in the sutras also in Patanjali, that also he has given you. So Vishovakava Jyotishmati is this. By the meditation on the effulgent one, which is beyond all sorrow. That is Kriya Marg. Vitaraga Vishayam va Chittam. By meditation on the heart that has given up all the attachment to sense objects, keeping the chit devoid of raga dvesha with the objects of senses. Meditating on one with a glow on his face, effulgent one with a good aura, like Mahavir or Buddha, just remember them with your eyes closed. Hold them close in your chitta, at your heart level. Meditate. Then man nirmal ho jayega and samadhi lag jayegi. And then you will be prepared to move towards Ishwar Pranidhana. Sutra 38 says, Swapna Nidra Gyan Lambana Va, or by meditating on knowledge that comes from sleep. These are people with inherent tendencies towards knowledge. They are cautious. They will ask questions about Kriya. Why Kriya? What are the benefits of Kriya? So many times people ask us now. So I've made slides on that. When I take my part 1 course or my part 2 course, I explain why you need to do Kriya, what is happening to your internal organs, where the benefits of Kriya accrue. So all these people need knowledge of that type. So Patanjali says, let them read up and gain knowledge of dreams and sleep. They find it difficult to just accept what the master says at face value. They will simply not go into temple and do puja. But you give them a book and they will definitely read it and return the book. See, in our class, also we have gone through so many PDFs. That is Gyan Pradhan. Patanjali says, identify your Prakriti. If you have karma Prakriti and you go to temple, puja karo with full devotion, bhakti marg apnao, then you will, that would be an, you know, if you do that, there will be no obstacles for you. Those who are Gyan Pradhan concentrate on knowledge. They will also reach, that chit will also reach Samadhi Sthiti. And then in Sutra 39, he says, Yatha Abhimat Dhyanat Va, or through meditation on anything that appeals to you is good. जिसका जो अभिमत हो उसके ध्यान से भी मन स्थिर हो जाता है. यथा अभिमत, यथार्थ पुरुषों के मत के अनुसार तुम ध्यान में उतरो. यथा अदरवाइज, डू दिस और डू दैट. So realizing your inherent nature, you follow Gyan Marg, Bhakti Marg, any of the 5 marks shown here. Parmanu, Paramam, whatever, Vashikara. The yogi's mind, thus meditating, becomes unobstructed from the atomic to the infinite. Sutra 41 says, the one whose compulsive cyclical activities are subdued and the mind is clearing up like a crystal, attains to the capability of being established as one with all the activities of being. Grahitri, the consumer. Grahana, act of consumption. Grahya, the consumed. Whenever a yogi meditates, he is like a crystal. Before flowers, the crystal becomes identified with flowers. Flowers are red, crystal looks red. Samadhi ke laabh kya hai? What are the benefits of Samadhi? I think I've got a slide on that, if that can be put. Many times you would say, this is our time on to earn. We don't need Samadhi now, or now we have to study. Then you must take the path of Guru. Guru is the journey, Guru is just the destination. What do you get by Samadhi? There is a slide on this. Benefits of Samadhi. You experience peace immediately. Mind becomes solution oriented. Solutions are not in mandir masjids. They are within you. But for that, just like in games, the first 3 levels are free. Then you have to pay. All this games that people play on the phone and all that, on the laptop. Video games. But the Guru, you don't have to pay in cash or time. He wants you and only you completely. You have to be his completely from head to toe. Then only it is possible for the master to repair you. Then only you reach Samadhi. In Samadhi, you achieve Samadhan, solution. Vitark Samadhi in Satsang, it unlocks your every solution. But for that, you have to pay. Bhagwan Prem ka bhuka hai. Mind will become solution oriented. Solution is unlocked in Vitark Samadhi. When you are listening to the master in satsang, it is Vitark Samadhi. What happens? The benefits of Samadhi continue, become successful in work fields. All the work that you take up, you become successful in. Whatever your intentions in Prem Samadhi, they manifest. You can tone up your body to an extent that you become a marvelous yoga exponent. You have seen Mayur Pathak or people in the ashram who take the early morning sessions, please don't miss them. Please go for this morning session. They are very important. Even if you enter into marriage, your married life will be successful. Fourth, the talents will manifest at the physical and mental level. Fifth, virtues blossom from the heart. Sixth, obstacles of karmic clouds disappear in prem samadhi. No knee pain, no hunger, no running to the toilet. Jeevan utsav ban jata. Life is a celebration. I become the master of my life. मछली पानी मांग रहा है. The fish asks for water in the ocean. गुरु प्रेम मांग रहा है. क्या तुम दे पाओगे? प्रकृति को पहचान कर. What is your nature? सतगुरु के प्रति प्रेम समाधि में प्रवेश करते हुए उस चित्त कैसा हो जाता है, वो अगले सूत्र में कहते हैं. Whatever, and that I explained to you the whole thing in this sutra. Then we come to Sutra 44. Eva savichara nirvichara cha sushma vishaya vyakhyata. It is by these two samadhis that the subtle concepts of savichar, thoughtfulness, and nirvichar, thoughtlessness, are described. Sushma 45. Sushma vishayatvan chalinga paryavasanam. These subtle states only remain as long as there is the perception of a form and ceases to exist beyond it. Ta eva sabija samadhi, Sutra 46. निर्विचार समाधि की निर्मल होने पर अध्यात्म प्रसाद प्राप्त होता है, अर्थात चित्त की स्थिति दृढ़ हो जाती है. It is these states which are called as sabij samadhi, states of causal equanimity. That slide again, where we are showing the hierarchy chart moving from Savikalp to Nirvikalp Samadhi. Can we have that slide, please? Nirvichar Vaishyarade Adhyatma Prasada. Through skill and competence in Nirvichar, thoughtlessness states of meditation, one enters the realm of spirituality. Sutra 48, Rathambara Tatra Pragya. This is a very important sutra. In the realm, one's perception is filled with Ratham, the true reality of existence. This Sutra 48 is very, very important sutra. Buddhi Rathambara hoti hai. Two top types of pragya are there. Please remember this. Satyam pragya and Ratham pragya. Satyam pragya means what is truth can be seen. He lied to me, he cheated me, he took my money and did not return it. I gave you this example. That is the truth. That is in Satyam pragya. His intention is bad. That knowing that you are cheated is Satyam pragya. Ratham pragya is knowing what you need to do after he has cheated you. Satyam pragya means you know he has cheated you and you get angry. But Ratham pragya, you say, Prabhu, this was your compassion. Shiv Tattva behind mother-in-law's harassment. I talked to you in Vignan Bhairav. Gurudev says, look for the cause behind the cause. The mother-in-law is not harassing the daughter-in-law. It is the Shiv Tattva that is telling the mother-in-law so that the daughter-in-law becomes stronger. So look for the cause behind the cause in the mother-in-law's harassment. If Guru scolds you in Ratham Pragya, you state it is for my progress and benefit. Even if Gurudev scolds you in Ratham Pragya, you won't show anger. like you do in Satyam Pragya. Gurudev scolded me. No, in Ratam Pragya, you will say, it is for my benefit, it is for my growth. In Satyam Pragya, you know what wrong you did, but you also know everything is temporary in this world. Everything keeps changing. In that state, what I need to do is Ratam Pragya. In satsang, when you're sitting in satsang, will enliven your Satyam Pragya. However, your sadhana and devotion to Master will awaken your Ritham Pragya. You realize in front of you, all is asatya, untruth. Where is Satya? In front of you, all is darkness. Where is light? In front of you is death. Where is Param Jivan? When you know that, then that is Ratambara. Without Guru, not possible. By reading Shastras, no one can clap. In presence of Master, your Savitark Samadhi becomes very powerful. All the karmic clouds are lifted. No joint pain, no back pain. Ritham Pragya dawns with sadhana. Satyam Pragya with satsang. Realize the value of sadhana. Because through satsang, you come to know everything is temporary. Tanik hai, anitya hai. This will lead you to depression. Then where to go, what to do. But when Guru comes into your life, he will take you from Satyam Pragya to Rathambar Pragya. Through some yogic kriya, Sudarshan kriya, sadhana. Sutra 49, Shrut Anumana Pragya Bham Anya Vishaya Vishesh Arthavat. The knowledge of this reality is unique and different from what is normally perceived through one's senses and logic, due to its nature of being all-encompassing. See, I'll just give you an example to understand this. A guru can point his hand to the moon. There is no sameness between the guru's finger and the moon. Shastras are like the finger. If the finger showing the moon or bulb emitting light touches the bulb, it will get burned. A Vyakti who is in Satyam Pragya will catch the finger. But Ratam Pragya Vyakti will follow the finger pointing to the light source and see the light emanating from the light source, either the moon or the bulb. This is the difference. The finger is gesturing for you to realize the Param Tattva. This is where Sadguru is necessary. When you go through the knowledge which is given by Sadguru, I mean, all this growth that we have reached in Bhagavad Gita is because Nanaji took with us Tattva Bodh and Atma Bodh. My God, I still remember how my life was my whole mind was in a mess post-COVID when I lost my siblings, elder sister, brother, my brother-in-law, how my mind was in spite of all this knowledge. But Nanaji, when he talked about Tattva Bodha, he brought me out of it. So when a Tarak Guru, when a Sadguru is present in your life, then see the difference the knowledge makes. The knowledge was there, I had it, I had read all the scriptures, but see how it comes back when there is a presence of a Sadguru in your life. At that time, it was Nana. It was Gurudev who prompted maybe some art of living teacher to put me in this group. I was not aware of this group also at that time. And then to my advantage, it was that Brahmaraji said, we will do Tattva Bodh again. And they actually repeated the Tattva Bodh again. And that is how I understood it. So see how this knowledge works for you. Takes you from Satyam Pragya to Ratambara Pragya. And then when you reach Nirvichar Samadhi, all the past impressions, they are all simply removed. This is, Patanjali says, this is Adhyatma ka prasar. All the past impressions, the sanskaras being wiped off. The beej, nirbij means the beej are fried. Now they cannot plant again. So sabij samadhi to nirbij samadhi. Every stage you can evolve and grow higher and higher. In all this hierarchy charts, from wherever you start, you know that you will get whichever samadhi marg you take, whether it is vichar, vitark, whether it is asmita, it is anand, from there, everyone will give you certain amount of energy units. And from that savichar samadhi, you will move towards nirvichar samadhi. Per vairagya means beyond everything. Like we have gone, from I'm somebody, I'm nobody, to I'm everybody. So Vivek and Ishwar, that enthusiasm that is there, that tivra gati, and that devotion to Ishwar will take you to par vairagya, where you have so much of this passion in you, where there is the Vivek has dawned in you to see the difference between Satya Pragya and Ratambar Pragya also, then there is nothing left. There's I am everybody, that oneness, that bundle of virtue. Taja Sanskari Nyasan Sanskara Pratibandhi. Sutra 50 says, the resulting impression from this samadhi obstructs all other impressions. And then the last, Tasyapi Nirode Sarva Nirodhana Nirbija Samadhi, Sutra 51. When even this perception and everything else is stopped under your control, such a state it called Nirbij Samadhi, a state of causeless equanimity. The new seeds, impressions that took place are destroyed, and simply a void, shunya, exists. Then you are like a crystal, nirbij, nirvikalp samadhi. Prem ki dhara mein aage badho. You are now above the impressions. A state of detachment dawns. You are now only a witness, sakshi. When chitta reaches nirvikalp samadhi, automatically it rises above all good and bad. All the wars taking place, you don't sit in judgment over them. What best we can do. Here, the chapter 1, Samadhi Pada, ends. Just dharna, dhyana और समाधि को संयम कहते हैं. You are going for Sayam too, just remember what it is. Ekagrata is focusing on right object. This will also come up for you. That right object is very important. What we did, Vitark, Vichar, Anand, Asmita. If Vitark, even if it's an object, it has to be the right object on which you are doing. If you're focusing on an elephant, you will get the strength of an elephant. That is said in Vibhuti Pada. So whatever object that you are concentrating on, Gurudev will take you through that again in Sayam too. So that is why I am saying, get, with full focus, ekagrata se, you do all your meditations. Don't go to sleep during meditation. Please do not go to sleep. Let that awareness be there. I'm really telling you this. All these meditations which are there in Sayam, my God, they are so powerful. They are so powerful to uplift your energy levels. Please don't sleep. I know it is a taxing task. You will start your day at 6 o'clock probably in the morning, and you'll finish at nearly 6, and then after that you'll have satsang. But please, after that, go and rest yourself properly and come for time. Everything is important. Like I had mentioned to Dr. Brahmara earlier when we did the 5 pranas, that even the warm-up that you do, the yoga stretches, and we have got really Maharathis in our gems in our ashram who are taking you through each yoga session in the morning before we do our sadhana. All that body pain will go away. Look at the physical fitness. If the body cannot remain still, what meditation will you do? Don't miss out on the morning session. Please go for it. That morning session, don't wash your clothes. Take enough clothes with you to the ashram. Wash what is necessary after coming back in the night. Okay. So this is all. We come to a close on the first chapter. This is what I wanted to talk about to all of you people. Thank you for being patient with me. We had actually a very, very long session yesterday. I thank you all for your presence here. And whatever Dr. Brahma feels like sharing, you all can get in touch with her. Everybody, all this knowledge is meant to be shared. I've given all the slides, everything to her. Whatever you need, you can contact her. She is the leader in our group. I leave everything to her. And if somebody can make this slide, which is on the screen for me in English, anybody who can do it, I would really be happy. Please, somebody in this group can make it in this fashion. This
Thank you so very much, Percyji, for this beautiful knowledge that you shared. And you've really compiled that so well. And a lot of things are clear. And certainly, I will email all these slides. We have a Gita Manana group. If you're okay with me posting it in the main WhatsApp group, I will do so. But there is a Manana group that is there on my email list. I'll email it to that as well.
And Brahmaraji, these are recorded?
These are all on YouTube. I asked Percyji whether it can be put on YouTube. He said, yes, you can. So they're all, yesterday's session, today's session are all on the YouTube.
Can you send the link?
You can just go to the same YouTube link.
YouTube. Okay, then. Thank you.
Yeah. If you
Very good.
don't have, you've not subscribed, I'll send it in the group.
Okay, then.
So we'll conclude with a short meditation from Gurudev. Percyji, you're not audible. I'm not sure whether you're still there. I think he left the session. That's fine. Maybe he has some internet issues. We'll close with a prayer and a short meditation from Gurudev. Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Tat Sat Shri Krishnarpanamastu. Jai Gurudev.
First, let us shake our hands. Shake our hands, and then let's keep our hands on our lap, or however you feel comfortable. And let's close our eyes. Let's keep our spine erect and body relaxed. We came into this planet weighing just 4 kilos or 5 kilos. Recollect or remember the weight of your body. It is 60 kilos, 70 kilos, whatever that is. Place your weight on the chair or on the floor you are sitting right at this point. Let's take a deep breath in. Hold the breath and let go. Honor your own body. Your body is the precious gift to you from nature. Become aware of your whole body. Skins, tissues, muscles, blood vessels, bones, and all the internal organs. Your body is a precious gift to you. Now let us come to the second dimension, your breath. It is our breath that is keeping our body alive. Your body is alive because of your breath. Take a deep breath in and let go. Incoming breath energizes the body and outgoing breath brings relaxation. This is happening all the time. Let us honor our own breath. Become aware of the air all around you. Like fish in the water, we are in air. Relax more and more. Let's take our attention to the top of the head and become aware of the empty space above our head. Become aware of the space in the entire room that you are sitting. Embrace all the thoughts, pleasant or unpleasant, good or bad. Become aware of the point right in the center of your heart, center of your chest. And take a deep breath in and breathe out and relax even more. As the body relaxes, the mind expands. And as the mind expands, your body finds deep relaxation. This moment is nothing to do and nothing to know either. Just let go and relax. Repose in yourself. You are a fountain of love. You are an ocean of peace. Repose in yourself. Take a deep breath in with a smile and breathe out with a smile. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So as you breathe out, you may open your eyes.